Well, hello, Coffee friends. How y'all doing? It's Tuesday. It's a Monday-ish Tuesday because I was off work yesterday. But we're going to cook up a quick little meal. And we're not really cutting corners. So this is celery the quick way. Now, I am taking a little shortcut on this mess because y'all know it takes a minute to cut up some good celery and some onion. And I'm taking a shortcut on both of those by doing it in the supersonic tonight. I hope y'all are having a good day. I hope you're staying warm. It's 20 degrees here right now. I don't think it's been much warmer than that today. Last night was a little weird. It got down to 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock it was 10 degrees. I woke up sometime in the middle of the night just curious to see if we were really cold. And it had gone up till 12. In the middle of the night. I thought, well, it would have got colder. It didn't. It got warmer. So that was a little strangeness for us. This is a small to medium yellow onion. Whatever you think you want. What on earth am I making? Did I tell y'all? I'm making, I don't know any other way to say it. It's just a long drawn out name, but it's cornbread dressing chicken casserole. Because it's cornbread dressing with chicken in a casserole. What would you call it? Cornbread dressing chicken casserole. So this is celery and onions. Now because I'm putting them in here, and this is a casserole. Now my cornbread dressing, I usually don't use the supersonic chopper because I like them a little bigger and a little chunkier. Tonight, I'm putting in this casserole and I don't want it chunky. And I want it quicker and it's going to cook a lot quicker. Because it's going to be thinner. It's going to be smaller. So this thing right here saves hours. If you cook long enough, it's going to save you days and weeks and months. Because you know if you're going to chop up anything fine, it takes a lot longer. Even if you just chop it up regular, it takes forever. See how easy this is? Every time I pull this rope, I'm cutting 12 knife strokes. The equivalent of. And I can't do it that quick without this. And then when I show you how small this gets, and how quick, that's celery and onions, okay? Now to my celery and onions. And this is the thing that I learned about the supersonic chopper over the period of time. Go ahead, Mama.
Oops.
Mama's loud in the kitchen.
I'm loud.
She a little woman, but she pack a powerful punch. You know she's in the kitchen. In fact, that's one of my childhood memories. Anytime she fixed breakfast, it was like a war in the kitchen.
Oh my goodness. A war.
She's trying to be quiet, but it's hard to be quiet, ain't it, Mama? So this is something I learned about the supersonic chopper as I have started using it over the ages and over the time. So in here is 3 cups of homemade chicken broth. You know, I made that chicken the other day and I told you I was going to put it to good use. So what I've learned about this chopper is I can put all my ingredients in there. I used to make my coleslaw and stuff, and I chop it up, and I felt like I had to put it in something else, and that just wasn't the case. I can put a lot of it in here.
You ain't got your chicken out yet either, have you?
Chicken. Yeah.
You done got it?
That's it right there.
I mean, in there.
No, ma'am. No. We're cross-communicating. Me and Mama cross-communicates all the time. So I'm going to put this in here. Now I'm going to show you what I've learned since we started using the supersonic chopper. Is I can use it for different things. First thing I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to get this on. So this little bit of stuff here, it needs to be cooking. I'm going to cook it before I put it in my casserole. But what I started saying, I'm going to put my cornbread in here. I can put my chicken in here. There's so many things I can do with this that maybe at one time I just didn't think of. This is a can of cream of mushroom soup. This is 10.5 ounces. Okay? And it'll just slide right out of that can when you all are here. Ooh. It's clean though, look at that. So this is the mushroom soup going right in. And I'm just going to break it up a little in there. It doesn't have to be incorporated. This is the wrong kind of can. I thought this was another pull top, but I just had the one pull top. Let me get a...
Here,
Oh, Mama's over the can opener. Thank you, Mama. I'll be incorporating this a little better. Now, it's not going to take long for this to cook, that's for sure. Now, I'm going to add my black pepper. I'm going to crack some black pepper. Love fresh cracked pepper in casseroles, anything. I love it on salad. I love it just to eat. That's fresh cracked pepper. Going to use the pink Himalayan salt because somebody said it was lower in sodium. I don't know. I need to research that out. I do know it's supposed to be healthy-ish. This is poultry seasoning. Now, I use sage and poultry seasoning in my dressing. This is a good tablespoon and a half of poultry seasoning. If you want to add a little something else, you can. Now, poultry seasoning has got sage. It's got rosemary, black pepper, nutmeg, thyme, and sage. Thank you for that chicken soup, Mama. So that was a tablespoon and a half. Salt, about a teaspoon. You can put more if you want. Now this, you can see the sage. Sage does that. It don't play well with much of anything. You got to get it in there. And that's the reason I like to cook it. Instead of just adding it to my mixture, I like to get it in here and get it hot. That's sage and poultry seasoning. That's what that mostly is. Now here is the cream of chicken soup going right in. Just gracefully coming out of that can with no problem. No problem. Yeah.
You look like you're making a Thanksgiving dish, so much of that.
I know, Mom. I can cook, can't I?
You're making a big lot again.
I bet you'll like it. No, I ain't making a lot. This is liquid. There's not a lot in here. No, this will deceive you. Now, I'm going to incorporate this best I can.
I'll go get a Pyrex dish.
Well, that, or one of them red ones over there, or
Maybe a red one.
whatever you want. We'll put that in there for about 9 minutes. We'll see where we are in a minute with it. This is an easy meal. Let's get you where you can see. Oh, I didn't know what I forgot to put in the bowl. Butter. Why didn't somebody yell at me?
Huh?
I didn't put no butter in there. Somebody could have yelled at me and told me. Here comes the butter. Now I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons. That just happens to be exactly the size of that. Alright, you keep rolling. Keep up the good work. Mama has selected us a casserole dish. Alright. So, let's get that cornbread fixed. Mama made cornbread today just so we'd have cornbread for dressing. Mama, you're so good.
I know it.
Look at that cornbread pound.
I have to spray.
Go ahead and spray it. Just gonna cut this cornbread up and stick it right in this. You people who like to mix up a little dressing with your chicken, or just have a little dressing every now and then, this really is the way to go. I'm not going to worry about getting it all ground up because got a little bit more to go. A little bit more to go. I didn't want to put all that in there because it will kind of.
Oh, you have to have these, don't you?
Well, yeah, you can put in the big one if you'd rather. Mama says absolutely not. I'm going to use this Easy Bake. Ain't that right, Mom? This is the dry cornbread. Now, we didn't cover the cornbread today. Mama left it out so it would be dry. I want it good and dry because I'm going to incorporate it in a little light bread. Mama, you got light bread up there? We would use biscuit bread for our usual dressing. I've seen us make it before. One little piece was hanging out there at the top. But the bottom is... So there we go. That's all of that. That's garbage. Garbage. Mama's on the bowl. I got a plate of garbage over here too, Mama. That's a little bit of chives I thought I might put in there. Now, I'm going to dump my cornbread back in this cornbread plate. If my bowl was out here, I'd use it. But I've got to do some chicken. Now, this is that chicken that we had Sunday. We've eaten on it. I've eaten on it 2 or 3 times. Mama, am I wrong? Did this chicken not remind you more of a store-bought rotisserie flavor?
Yeah, you had so much stuff on it.
It was so
I think
good.
that paprika, smoked paprika, is that what you?
Yeah.
I think that's what you're
We
getting
like it.
full, buddy.
Now I'm going to put this chicken in here. See, there's some good-sized pieces left. But it was very much the flavor of that rotisserie. It was just so good.
And it was so juicy.
It was so juicy. That was the golden thing about the whole ordeal. I'm not able to see your comments. I can barely see them. They give it to the pups, Karen. We give our leftovers to the pups. Whoever's asking. Not everything, but safe things. Cornbread and white soup beans tonight. Ooh, Deborah. I love me some white soup beans. Do you like white soup beans, Mama? Is that...
I
Let's
just
see if
moved them. Did I get them off kilter?
No, you're all right. You move them. You like to move them around.
Yeah, I move them sometimes. I can help it.
Do you like white beans?
A little. I don't eat beans, but I didn't like it.
Lord, I tore up the whole thing.
I told you was getting pretty full.
I know, but my patience, Mama. I just don't have patience. If you get too many things around the blades, you'll bind it. And it tells you not to do that. And then you don't get your lid on straight. It tells you not to do that too. But anyhow, white beans and cornbread, lima beans, ooh, with ham. Mama, they're talking my
The little
language.
navy beans is, you like the little white beans.
I don't like navy, do I?
Ain't that the little white beans you like? Or northern?
I like the big northern.
Northern.
I like them big old beans. I like the big old beans. So now this will be perfect for chicken salad. And you can make all your whole chicken salad in here. That was one of the things I've learned. I don't have to chop up each little thing. I can make coleslaw in this from start to finish. Love that part.
I think we need all that.
Well, I was debating on that. I was putting all that in there, but look there. Now, two things this does for me. If there was a bone in there, I'd show. Now, that's the chicken for... Oh, this is smelling so good, looking so good. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this in here because we've still got them tenders and stuff to cook.
I don't.
Are we back? That clock just kept going off. I don't know where I set it sometime. What are you asking me?
The ratio of the meat and the bread and everything.
I think we could use a little bit more meat. I think since it's from Sunday and this is going to be Wednesday, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. Because we got more chicken to fix. Because, I left some out. And we will use that for anything you want to use it for. I'm going to leave this a little chunkier. It was chunkier anyway. I don't see any bones. Okay. I'm going to get my stuff. Y'all hold right tight, okay? It's got 1 minute left. But I think I had it on there for... Oh, it's perfection. It's perfection. Come on. Ooh. It's like Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Move that, Mama. Thank you. Oh, I thought I'm going to fly away here. Okay, let's come over here. Y'all have to come over here with us. Okay. Now, this is a thick dish. So we've got our butter, we got our celery.
you better not put all that in that because
I'm going to get another bowl because I want to make sure I got enough of everything to make it the right that I want. Okay. Okay.
you need to whisk your soup up, I think.
This,
Your chunks of soup.
now you do that.
I can do
That'll
that.
give you a project, Mom.
I can do that.
Cornbread and chicken. We're going to start with that first. Cornbread and chicken. This was not a little over a half a pound of cornbread. Something happened to the other half, Mama.
I think we ate it for lunch when it come out of the oven.
We didn't have cornbread yesterday. We had planned on it. Let's give y'all a little insight to our pinto beans. The pinto beans were delicious, but that little 2-quart crock pot was not for cooking the pinto beans. I had to take them out and boil them eventually. This is parsley. Yep, putting that much because parsley's good for you. Parsley helps your liver, it helps your kidneys, and it gives this kind of stuff just a wonderful little look there. I am going to put a little bit of our favorite smoked paprika. How much?
That's enough.
tablespoon.
Oh, he's just pouring the spices to it.
Tablespoon. It wasn't much, Mama. I promise.
I don't know if I'm doing much good or not.
And a little thyme.
I got a lot of it.
Mama, you want thyme on your hands?
No.
This is just a little thyme.
T-Y-M-E or T-I-M-E or T.
You don't want any of it on your hands, do you?
No.
Some people don't like thyme. Now put the poultry
There goes our
in
lights.
there. This is a little bit of dried chive. That
I thought the bowl was cracked. I seen the shadow of your hand over there, and it looked just like a crooked crack on it.
a crooked crack.
You know, like that. I thought, oh Lord, don't use that bowl.
Mama, you cracked me up. A crooked crack. I've heard it all now.
Well, it was a crooked line going down. I thought the bowl. They will crack.
Mama just used this to get the broth out, so I'm just going to rinse it off and use it now. I think we will.
I've got it mixed good now.
I think we will use all this, but we may not.
We may freeze some and not bake it if our pan's real full.
Yeah, you can have. That's another wonderful thing. You can freeze this and make it later.
We do our dressing, so.
Oh, this would be perfect. The chicken. We'll make. What I'll do too is I'll put it in a freezer safe container that can be baked. Mm-hmm. We've got some Tupperware containers that we can freeze in, bake in.
Did you put the bread in?
The light bread.
No, you better.
Go ahead and put a little bit in here, just as a binder. Some people put eggs in it.
You need to soak it in that hot broth is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, go ahead and put 1, 2. How many you're using?
I got 2 right now.
This is 2 pieces of plain old white light bread.
You need another one?
I don't
One
know.
more.
Go
Might
ahead.
as well. And put that hot broth over it and it'll mix. Their lights is going to go off.
Mama, we say that every night. The Lord has blessed us so far to stand the daylight.
I know it, but our light might be running out.
I think it gets, we have a TVA power line. I think at night people turn their heaters on more. And that's sort of a normal occurrence. Now this is not like Thanksgiving dressing. This is a casserole. So you see I've added a few different things. I'm incorporating. Mama, there's going to be plenty of this to freeze.
I reckon so.
So if you want to get you a freezer safe, right? Where did you put those? We'll drop it in the freezer. And some night we ain't going to want to cook. And I'll say, oh, thank goodness we got that casserole in there. Go ahead and get it and
I don't know where.
either one of those. There was 2 of them right here. Them glass. Where do we stick them?
I think you stuck them over yonder.
I don't remember where I put them. Yeah, I did. You're right. You know exactly where I put them. Now this is going to bake. But here's the secret to this. Since I put this in the microwave, and I cooked the onions and I cooked the celery, everything's cooked. So all this really has to do is get good and firm.
I don't know if we need a bigger.
You want to do 2 of those? Probably one of those would be enough because it's pretty thick. Alright folks, this is mixed. It's ready to roll.
If it's too thick, it takes forever for it to cook.
Yeah. You know what we might have to do?
What?
Might have to freeze this one and bake us 2 little things of that tonight for speed. You want to do that?
I don't have room for the big one in the freezer right now.
Okay, I'll just do a thin, and then we'll do 2 of these. And that would feed us 2 nights, Mama. Well, you're talking about stretching that $10 chicken. If we can stretch it this much, whoo, we'll be doing good. Just pat that down. The bread will help bind it. And that right there is going to be thick enough for tonight. And if I have to, these are the little Tupperware freezer safe. It's glass. There's a bigger one, but that's about enough for me and you for a night. That right there is a cup and a half. Where's your lids? That's about 2 cups. Let's go ahead and get our supper in the oven and let it be baking. Got it on, of course, 350. In it goes. I'm going to set it for 20 minutes and then I'll take a look at it. How's that sound, Mom?
You got it on 350? It was 4.
It's on 4 something. But if I were you all, I'd bake it at 350 for 25 or 30 minutes. Would be what a real recipe would say.
There's that other bowl sitting out there.
The
I
easy
didn't get the
bake.
lid. The burgundy one.
The easy bake will take an extra minute or 2. Or it'll take off a few minutes. Because it don't take as long. These little things right here are wonderful. I didn't realize it was going to make that much, but it surely did. And with the cornbread and the cup stuff I added, we got there, didn't we? Now you've seen it here, folks. We've been able to take one little $10.56 pen, and we've been able to make a wonderful spatchcock chicken with all the trimmings. Now let me show you how hard this is. Tupperware lid. You put that on there. Put it on the right one. You clip it down. This burgundy one's just a little bigger. And then you put this in your freezer. Now when you get ready to eat it the next time, when you're ready to serve it, take it out and let it come up to room temperature. Put it in your oven. Put it right in that easy bake. You bake it in. If you have any left over, you leave it in it, store it again. Reheat in it. Take it out, wash it, throw it in the dishwasher. These are going in the freezer. That is simple, simple, simple. I love a good simple storage system. I love a good cleanup too. I like to just clean up, be done with that mess. What do you think about it, Mama?
Ah, thank you. That's best for it.
Huh?
There, you can put that up.
Well, that goes over there with you.
Oh, it does.
It can. That's where I got it. Put it that way.
Oh.
All right,
I have to
folks.
clean up his mess. Or help him clean it up.
I'll clean it up. Let's just go over here and talk for 20 minutes. let's chat with our friends. Can I get y'all a cup of coffee? Because y'all know. Mama, what plates we going to eat out of that one? The little white ones?
Yeah.
Whatever you want. We're ready to eat. Now, you can't do white ones tonight. Because we got corn and green beans. We use those little white square ones. They're pretty deep. We like them when we're doing one dish wonder. Because they don't. You may have it. I'm through. Folks, that seemed a lot more complicated than probably what it was. It certainly was more complicated than what you all can do at your own home when you're not talking. Yummy. Hello from Florida. Nancy, how's your temperatures? I think even Florida was going to feel this blast. I don't believe anybody on the eastern coast all the way down was going to escape it for an instant. Hey, Dar. Well, my coffee ain't hot, but it's still delicious. I'm drinking coffee with you from Smackover, Arkansas. Well, Jan, I'm glad you are. John, I love you and I love Mama too. Don't worry about those people that get their knickers in a knot. I like that, Angela. I don't worry about it, Angela. Sometimes I address it just to sort of reel it in a little bit because I know y'all don't want to even read all the negativity and stuff. But some people who, you know, to me, it takes an extra special negative person to type out their negativity. I mean, talking is just spewing off and saying stuff. A lot of times that happens. But when you take the time to really write it out, come on now. Who hurt you? Good evening. It's snowing in Augusta, Georgia. Linda, I heard that. I heard that you all were getting snow and a lot of junk today. Now, we've not. It's actually been a beautiful day. It's been cold and it's down to 19 now. We made homemade chicken noodle soup. Linda, we love that. I could have made chicken noodle soup with that chicken. But we had green beans, we have corn, we have all those vegetables still in there. I'm going to have to make something good with them vegetables. We made homemade. I like to have a good vegetable soup with all those vegetables. Now, I know there's 2 or 3 different kinds of soup. Vegetable soup and any kind of soup is sort of like a meatloaf to me. You know, people say, I don't like meatloaf, and I'm like, you've not tried the right one. How can you not like, unless you just hate hamburger meat? But you can make taco-flavored meatloaves. You can make Italian-flavored meatloaves. You can make American cheeseburger-flavored meatloaves. So I'm saying if you just say, I don't like meatloaf, you just not tried the one that you like yet. Because Mama don't wash dishes. Come over here and let's try.
I'm trying to get these done, kind of, so we
What am I going to do?
eat and relax.
I can wash those as soon. In fact, I'll need something to do, and that'll be something for me to do. She won't come over here and talk to you. Are you mad at us?
No, I'm not mad.
Do you not like our friends?
Who?
I hope y'all don't get offended. Do you not like our friends?
Yes, I love our friends.
Well, you're not being very hospitable, Mama.
Oh,
Grab that cup of tea and get over here and sit down. There's not that many dishes.
somebody messed up several.
Not technically. The chopper, don't wash that chopper blades. I will wash them. They're sharp. My mom wants to put the camera on if you don't come over and sit down.
Oh,
Here she comes.
I'm going to get you is what I'm going to do.
Here she comes with a rag.
No, I'm not coming.
I'm not coming with it, she said. She's feeling so much better, and I'm so glad. I love to argue and carry on with her. Me and her argues and carries on all the time, but it's always in fun and love, and we just laugh. I missed it all. I felt like, Bernice, what you missed? The mess? Oh, Bernice, I'm just making up and I know this. I thought, Mama, I told Mama, what do we call this? And she says, we call it dressing casserole. Because we have chicken casseroles that don't have anything to do with cornbread dressing. She said, we always call...
Oh, quit banging.
We always call it dressing casserole. And I said, well, that's what we'll have to call it. Cornbread dressing casserole. Now sit down. Light, butterfly, light. Mama made a dish for tonight.
Oh, let me show. Sit over here. Oh, I thought just...
Right here. The recipe is open a can of your favorite all-berry cranberry.
They're not showing this. This looks too bad.
Mama's been practicing today. She says she's going to practice and make this.
Don't show them the front.
She says she's going to practice and make this.
Show the other side. I told you.
And then she's going to make it for y'all. Now, I'll show them all, Mama. I don't want to hide stuff like that. The lights may go off, really, because they're doing a little extra flashy. This, I could ask you all, and I'm going to do it I won't torment you all night over it. What is this? Somebody tell me what you think this is and see who gets it. Bernice, I've missed it all now because I have absolutely locked you up. Who knows what this is? So glad she feels better. Let her do her thing. I am Becky. Lord, her thing. Her thing's all over the place in here. She's buzzing around like a bee. Now, what do y'all think this is? Just take a guess, take a gander, and take a guess. Now, look at it closely.
Oh, wow.
Look at the top. You ain't gonna believe that top. I love the top. Don't blame Mama. I gotta clean up the dishes. Renee, she's been good for a while, and I've been able to clean the dishes and everything. It's bread. Ann, come on now. Get creative. Ann Rogers, you're correct. But I want some more detail. But now, I can't keep a handle on her. Chocolate chip pumpkin bread. Cheryl, if you'll send a recipe, it could be that next week. But it ain't this week.
That sounds good.
Feels like 15 here in Upper Michigan. Ooh, Minnie, that's cold. That's beautiful, Mama. It's a loaf of goodness. Now, Dan, I like that. You can't lose to that. Pumpkin bread. Catherine says, nope. Banana bread?
Yeah, semi.
I wouldn't call it banana bread, but it's don't taste nothing like banana bread. Does have bananas in it, though. You're getting warmer.
That's...
Priscilla Lynn
Who got
Bishop, have you been spying on Mama today? You're right, Priscilla Lynn Bishop.
What did she say?
She said peanut butter bread.
Peanut butter banana.
It's peanut butter banana bread. But anybody who gets peanut butter out of this, I was going to say is right. Zucchini bread? Nope. Pumpkin bread? Nope.
Peanut butter banana.
It's peanut butter banana bread. And it is delicious. It don't taste like Mama's banana bread. I'm going to cheat. And she'll get mad and carry on. And she'll give me a talking to when y'all leave. I want to show you this because this is a very important part. This is basically a peanut butter icing on top. But I want to show you just a little bit right here. This just it's baked, but see that just that pop up? That right there. That is not cake. No, that is melted peanut butter that she poured all over the top before she baked it. That's the reason it looks that way. When she baked it, and then when you taste that little crumb, it's like eating the center of a Nutter Butter. It's that good. I mean, it's awesome. She's going to make it for y'all. We may have to make it and give it away because we can't eat all this bread.
I ain't making it now.
We won't make it now, but this is awesome. And she'll share the recipe and all that goodie. But look how pretty it turned out inside. It is banana.
Peanut butter.
not nut bread, but it's banana and peanut butter. And even when you mix it up, it's beautiful. But that little topping, I wish you, there you can see pretty
and it's
good.
just simply peanut butter.
You see how that crack right there shows the bread? Well, all this light color is peanut butter. Just melt it. And just pour it over the whole top of the raw bread and then baked. And then that bakes too. But when you get a bite of that little goodness right there, I'm going to go ahead and eat a little bite of it.
Oh.
When you get this little bite, and it's just a tiny little piece, but that is peanut butter baked. Baked peanut butter. And when you put that in your mouth, it's like the inside of a Nutter Butter, you know, the ones that look like nuts. Are they called Nutter Butters?
There's chocolate little dude.
The cookies that you get that looks like, they look like a peanut.
I think so.
I think so. That's what the inside tastes like.
What did I say? I can't remember now.
Mama, this is on the repeat to-do list, and this is going in the cookbook. That's what we're doing. We're testing this stuff out. This is a keeper. And Mama says, I'm going to test that out today. And I won't show it to him, which I knew right then. I thought she'll show it to him. I won't show it to him until I make it. And then when I make it, I'll know what it's supposed to look like, and I'll be able to show it better. I said, okay.
Turned out pretty good.
You showed it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
We got less than 5 minutes till I'll go over and check our supper. Mama, you didn't get no plate. I'm going to get them. Don't you move. I need a set of handcuffs. That's what I need right here. I can go click, and it'd hold her right there in place.
I'm like Houdini. I'd slide right
You
out.
would.
I'd slide right out of them handcuffs.
You would. That's for sure. We got about 5 more minutes to bake. If y'all want to hang around with us, we will. But now this was a little extra surprise here. Tupperware is really expanding their product line. They've had this glass, I want to say it's called praline glass or something. They've had this for a couple of 3 years. We use these a lot of times for leftovers because you can see through them. And if it's a good amount, this is fine. And it seals, it snaps down on there all the way around. But these are for every occasion. Freezer, microwave, dishwasher.
All of the above.
So, that right there will feed me and Mama for a meal. So we've got 2 more meals out of tonight's casserole. Those will go in the freezer, and all you have to do is just stick the whole thing in the freezer. Set it out an hour or 2. Put it in the refrigerator a day before you want to use it. And now we've got 2 suppers. What all I'd have to do on a hard day, busy day, a Wednesday night, come home, set that out the day before, come home, let it get to room temperature, throw it in the oven, that big one or the little one, or the microwave. I wouldn't probably fix that in the microwave, but I might try and see. But open up a can of green beans, can of corn, supper's ready.
I know what I was going to say a while ago. The bread, you can put chopped
Peanuts.
chopped peanuts in it, but Johnny don't like the nuts inside of it that
He
much.
don't.
And I didn't have no peanuts to chop to put in it, so
I thought we had a thing from roasted peanuts.
I used them in my party.
Oh,
mix.
your party mix. 3 more minutes, folks, and we're going to go over and check on that casserole.
I bet it ain't done if it ain't brown a bit.
Mama, don't say disparaging words. Wait till Mama gets that monitor off. You won't be able... I know. I'm excited for that. I won't be able to catch that butterfly. That's cute, Jackie. Mama, did you all see that big blank?
It was a
John, Mama, please pray for our family. We found out yesterday that our...
What's wrong?
Oh, Star Oldham I wasn't expecting that. She found out yesterday that her son had passed away last week.
Oh, wow.
How sad. Please remember the Oldham family, folks. That would just be
That's
devastating.
terrible.
Hey, John and Mama, so glad to be back on Facebook. Have had a problem, but we are good. Well, good, Martha. We're glad to have you back. Can you make a quiche sometimes for us? Pammy, I have made a quiche. We have a wonderful quiche that we made, and it's so simple and easy. And I swore when I made it, I thought I'll never fix a breakfast casserole any other way, but I think I have. But the quiche is really good and really easy. I'll have to go back. And I think I called it quiche on there. Go back and put Coffee Time with John and Mama quiche. If that don't work, look up breakfast quiche or breakfast casserole. And we should have a full video because it's not been that long ago we made it. But I will look that up, and then we'll make one because we love that for supper. Did you eat the crock pot beans? Sherry, I was telling that story a while ago. So what we had planned on doing is that little crock pot. Boy, it'll cook quick. It'll get them done. We'll be through. We'll make us some fried cornbread about 4:30 or 5. And we'll do another video. Well, we did 2 yesterday. So about 5 o'clock, I come in here thinking them beans is going to be ready to eat. Because it was just a half pound beans in a little 2-quart crock pot. Well, they was sitting here. They was getting there, but they was still a little hard. And they'd been there 5.5 hours at that point, nearly 6. And I said, Mom, these beans ain't cooking. And she said, that crock pot ain't big enough. That means it ain't powerful enough. I took them out, put them in a pot, and put them on the stove. I gotta watch her like a hog. Did you see her jackrabbit out of there? And, ooh, Mama, say hello, supper. Look at that. That is just cornbread dressing casserole. It with leftover chicken, and I made up the cornbread stuff, put a little paprika in it, put all them good spices and stuff in it, and that's what we ended up with. We got green beans and corn to go with it. But anyway, by the time them beans, we watched a little bit of the inauguration. We did some of that. We done some chores, just messing around. And time we done all that, I come back to the beans. It was late, and I said, do you want me to make cornbread? Mama said, let's eat some beans. I don't want food with nothing. Let's just eat some beans. So we ate beans, no onion, no chow, no cornbread. We ate it with a piece of light bread. My daddy used to do it all the time. I was kind of glad we did because it reminded me of him. And tomorrow's my granny's birthday. And so we got to talk about them, and it was just a good evening.
Very good evening.
And we just sat here and ate plain pinto beans out of a bowl, which they were delicious. They were homemade beans, and they were good. And we skipped the cornbread, and we felt so good about that. We felt so good about ourselves. Not eating that old cornbread. We'd done been fighting over the cornbread once earlier. Because I said, Mama, you know what I like to do with that cornbread this evening? She said, what? What can you do with fried cornbread? I said, I'd like to chop me up some onions in it. Well, you do mine that way. I said, well, it's pinto beans and cornbread and fried cornbread with onions. Don't mess mine up.
That's right.
So we'd already been discussing how we was going to fix that delicious cornbread. But we made it for today. We had cornbread. We made cornbread earlier today. For this, though, it was planned. Mama come right up with that. Now, I got to tell you, this is one of my mama's favorite leftover, updo meals. Now, a lot of times at Christmas, we'll do this to casserole. A lot of times, anytime we have chicken left over, it's been cooked. Now, fried chicken, sometimes that's a little iffy, but
Oh, you want gravy? I didn't make no gravy.
no.
You don't want?
We didn't do mashed potatoes or not.
No.
Do you want gravy, Mom?
No, I don't particularly.
I had not even planned on gravy.
Well, I'm thinking of dressing it.
You was thinking about Christmas. Mm-hmm. But we'll do this a lot of times because it's quick and simple. Celery, onions, can of cream of mushroom, can of cream of chicken, salt and pepper to your desired taste. I put a little paprika in it just to give it a little casserole flavor. And I put parsley just for the benefits of the dried parsley. And it does make it look pretty. And I put a little chives just to give it a little oniony chive flavor. And poultry seasoning went in the gravy, I know I'm saying gravy, into the cream of chicken soup and the cream of mushroom soup and the onions and the celery and the 3 cups of chicken broth. And you can use store-bought broth. That just happened to be the broth that we made the other day off that chicken. Let me tell you another little thing we did with that chicken when y'all weren't here. So Sunday, we had all them vegetables and that chicken in here. Well, you can, but we don't store chicken on the bone. We pull it off the bone.
I never have.
So we had all them beautiful clean bones that we'd take a lot of the meat off from. So I had boiled that chicken and the innards and all that and made a beautiful broth. So I made another one off from the chicken bones after I pulled it off and saved all that bone broth. So we ended up with over 2 gallons of delicious homemade chicken broth. Now that's pretty good. When you're buying it by the box and you're buying it at the store by the can, you know that's a good savings. So out of that little $10.56 chicken, we got 2. Now this broth did not have the paprika and those flavors and all the vegetables. So it was a little darker, had a little red tint to it, but it was good, wasn't it, Mom?
Yeah.
And the other was just pure chicken broth, ready for dumplings or anything like that. All right, Mama, let's eat up. You've waited long enough, Mama.
Oh, yeah.
That's your main course. Put it in the middle. It will firm up if you leave it alone.
A few minutes. It's firming pretty good anyway.
Yeah, but we ain't going to leave it alone. We ain't let it set a second.
Not so much of it.
Oh, Mama. Somebody told me.
That's enough.
A little bird told me that you liked a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
That you was just teasing me.
Uh-huh.
Is there any truth to that, Mama?
No, absolutely none whatsoever. That's good enough.
Can I have some, please?
No. You're trying to load me down. I know what you're trying to do.
Mama, I was just trying to get me a little bit of green bean.
You're just trying to put more on my plate, and you're not going to do that.
I don't want to embarrass you in front of your friends.
I'm glad you don't.
Now, Mama absolutely loves
I
this
just
stuff.
got me water. You going to drink your coffee?
I'm drinking coffee, Mama. I'm
Okay.
good. Mama absolutely loves this cranberry stuff.
Okay.
If you're good, I'll say this and we'll pray. I take the whole cranberry can, dump it in a container, put you about 3 tablespoons of orange juice on it, stir it up. Your family's going to say, boy, that's good cranberry sauce. And you're going to say, I know, that's good. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this meal. We thank you for providing it, Lord. We thank you that we're able to sit here and take it together, dear Lord. What a blessing it is for family to be able to join together. Dear, we thank you that for all of our friends that are gathered here tonight and the tragedy we've already heard about tonight with the lady losing her son. Dear Lord, we just pray for that family. Lift them up, dear Lord. Undergird them with your strength and your love. And let them know that you're there walking with them every day, side by side. There's so many others that we may not know the details, but we know the hurt. We know the hurt, we know the pain, dear Lord. We just pray for the loss and the need, and we pray for that you'll answer the prayers of the people. In your name we pray. And dear Lord, we just ask you to be with this nation, be with our world, be with all the things going on in the world. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, Mama. Now this looks like there's no meat, but that's stocked full of good chicken. There's our bread. There's some of our vegetables. And here's green beans, corn, and a little bit of cranberry sauce. No bread tonight. We had cornbread, which we knew what we was doing today when we ate that piece of cornbread, that it wasn't going to be no bread tonight.
Bread in here.
Well, that's what I mean. You can't eat cornbread dressing and cornbread and rolls and all that.
No, it's
Not unless
very
it's Christmas.
good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
She said very in front of that good. Mama, I gotta second that. That is absolutely delicious.
Mm-hmm.
The celery and the onions, I minced them up so good in that power chopper. They cooked instantly. The cream of mushroom gives us that good little flavor. And of course, we all know about creamy chicken. It's delicious, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Mmm. Now, if I wasn't here when it happened, I would not know that that was the same chicken we had Sunday. If I wasn't right here, I would not know that we took leftovers and upscaled it and made it into this. And you don't have to start out that way. If you want to start out with some chicken, or maybe you went and got a rotisserie chicken. That'd be good. Easy way to do this. Or maybe you have a can of chicken. Try that. Maybe you have chicken left over from a meal you had the other day. Maybe you got fried chicken. Take the skin off, grind it up, put it in there. Mm-hmm. It's delicious. We ate the chicken Sunday, first meal. I've had a chicken sandwich with a little bit of y'all's barbecue strawberry on it. Mama, did you eat any more of the chicken?
I don't remember if I did.
This is my third meal out of it anyway. So we ain't wasted nothing on that $10.56 chicken.
No, it's...
I've got the 2 tenders and a little bit of the meat left in there from the tenders that need to be cooked. That would be delicious with some rice and broccoli. Broccoli.
I'm not reading.
I seen you, Mama. She forgets that I can see her in the phone. She tries to behind my back.
I'm not listening to you.
You like the rice and the chicken, though.
Mm-hmm.
Or, Mama, you might want to make those for you at lunch.
Fried chicken.
Oh. You know, these temperatures have kind of knocked me out of the notion. But I was really into a spring eating mode. I'd love to have some good homemade dressing and a big old salad with some good chicken on it.
Oh.
No?
Oh, I said oh, not no.
Oh, I said no. That would be tasty.
I'm ready for spring, too.
I'm ready for spring. I got the fever. Mama's about killed me. Y'all don't know behind the scenes what goes on here.
Listen at you.
I had to clock in every day this week. Every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And work.
That's so sad. Oh, it's so sad.
But my point in saying that is this. Mama is definitely into spring cleaning mode. When you got people, Heather was here, and when you're vacuuming window seals and crown molding, and you're cleaning out cabinets, that's spring fever, folks.
I didn't vacuum this.
You had her doing it. You had me doing it.
I would have, but you did first.
I would have fussed, but who was saying them windows need vacuuming?
They all need cleaning. I wished we could get them cleaned.
We will. We'll work on it.
Gotta clean.
She's already went into spring cleaning mode. You know, she went in that pre-Christmas clean mode. And I thought, we're good to March. We'll get a little reprieve. She's feeling better. She's ready for gardening. How many seeds have you already looked at?
Oh, I ain't looked at seeds yet.
Mama.
This cold weather has made me
I saw you with seeds the other day.
seeds the other day.
Yeah. You had some back there and you was going through with seeds.
Oh, I don't remember it.
I do wish we had a box full of green onions and lettuce growing out there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, folks, that won't be too long away. We'll plant those at the end of February.
Hopefully we can.
Good Lord willing.
If it don't stay like this, I can't get out if it's this cold.
Some of y'all remind me next year to plant mustard greens. I am going to have me some, Lord willing, I'm going to have me some mustard greens. What day do you plant them on? Isn't there a certain day we plant mustard greens?
I usually plant them in August.
On a certain day, though, isn't it?
I don't remember the day. I don't keep
What holiday's in August?
think my birthday.
There's a...
That's too early.
No, I'll have to look it up. There's a holiday you plant mustard greens on. Or before that, or on that, or somewhere in there. Because I remember my uncle talking about, you got to get your mustard in the ground by, and it was a holiday.
Maybe it's Labor Day.
Labor Day. Mustard in the ground by Labor Day. I think that's correct, Mama. Some of y'all may know on here. Can you... Stop, y'all. Do y'all know about mustards? Curly leaf, yeah, mustard. You plant lettuce and onions February 14th. Pam James, really? Mama, Pam says we can... Where you at, Pam? We're zone 7-ish. Pam says you can plant mustard and onions on February 14th. I bet that's when George plants his. Valentine's Day, you can plant mustard and... we may do it. What date is Mama's birthday? It's August 4th. She's an August 4th baby. I love turnip greens, but 1st of August. I used to work with a lady. Her husband is sort of like a local nature expert. We turned him into one whether he wants to admit it or not. If I have a question about anything nature-wise, I go ask Mark, or I send word. So, Mama had always planted mustard greens. Well, Mark and Yvonne, they plant, what is it you plant with it, the little...
Radishes.
Radishes. With your mustard, and it keeps the bugs out. And if you get a radish green, it don't hurt nothing. I think that's beautiful. Nature, helping nature. So we plant radishes with our mustard greens now, just to keep the bugs, and it works. It's kind of like around here, I don't know about where you're from. Folks always plant zinnias
No, marigolds.
and marigolds in their gardens. You'll see a garden, a beautiful garden, in one row that'll be zinnias.
Marigolds keeps away the bugs.
Mama plants marigolds. But folks around here do zinnias, and marigolds. So you'll see that in a lot of folks' garden. Mama, I'm glad we got 2 more of these meals to look forward to.
Yeah, they're good.
And this was the perfect thickness for this one.
Oh, yeah. It didn't need no thicker. It'd been forever getting done.
Now let's think about this. We're going to have at least another meal each out of this. We've had Sunday lunch. I've had lunch. And I think you had some chicken the other day. I know I've had Sunday lunch, supper tonight. That's 3 good meals. Going to have at least one more. That'll be 4.
5, 6.
And then we got 2 other meals, which we'll probably have leftovers from 5, 6. So we're down to about $1 a meal, folks, on that bird. I'm going to just go ahead and quit calculating and call that a success. We're going to get about 10 meals out of it. I mean, I know.
This is about what's in one of those.
I know I'm stretching it because I've added a lot with that chicken. But it still made a good meal.
Oh, yeah.
The point is, if you want to save a little money and you're feeding a lot of folks, a whole chicken's not a bad deal. Even if you get a whole chicken and cut it up, but just doing it the way I do, even if you just want to take that whole chicken, bake the whole thing. Now, we do that sometimes too. It just takes about another hour. But if you want to do it quickly, you can just cut that backbone out, boil it. That's one of the reasons I like to do the spatchcock or flattened chicken. It's because I get the backbone that we don't eat anyway. And I get other things, and I can make all that beautiful broth. And I love the idea of having all that broth on hand.
Yeah.
And in our situation, it's very low sodium broth. We can make it home. I buy low sodium, but even the low sodium has a lot more than what ours has. So I may start doing some more whole chickens, and sometimes I may even buy some, if it's on sale, like some legs or chicken like that to make.
I don't like legs.
I love them. Make boil some legs and get the broth off from them, and then maybe barbecue the meat off from them. How come you don't like legs?
I never did like legs. The dark. I'm a white meat person.
Well, when I was a kid, that's all I would eat would be legs. And then you convinced me that I like the white meat better. And I do like it. But I love the dark meat on the turkey. I love the dark meat on the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw corn.
It fell right there.
Under the plate. But I do like it. And I like it because it's got a better flavor. And it's juicier.
Well, that whole chicken was juicy.
That chicken was delicious.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that chicken tomorrow night. I know we've kind of... But this was a good meal.
You're dragging along. You're boring them to death.
Mama, you're not. You usually say that after we hang up. I love the drumsticks. Yeah, Mary, me too. Mama can make dumplings out of the broth. Yeah, that's so, Cherry. We've got a whole. We like I said, I made 2 rounds of broth. One after and one before. The one before is it's just crystal clear with chicken. You know, it's just that perfect chicken broth. The second one with the vegetables, it's got a little bit of tinge of the sweet tater and the paprika that I put on, and all that seasoning that was on the chicken. So it has a different flavor, and that's what we use tonight. So it's good for casseroles, and it's good for other things. But that pure chicken broth, just from that backbone and that other stuff, that's going to make the world's best dumplings. From Mama can make them next time. I made them last time, and they were fair.
Oh, they were good. I ate them 3 times, so they were good.
Oh, I don't usually make them. Mama's the dumpling. I can make them. Mama's the normal dumpling maker around here. Me too, she says, Gloria Drummond. Sherry says the backbones are juicy.
My mommy always eat the backbone.
But I think that's just because she had 8 kids to feed.
I think it was too.
I like thighs. Gina, the thighs are good. I like quarters. I love a good quarter on the grill in the summertime with baked beans, potato salad. Mama don't even like that. We love your talks. Thank you, Angela Britt. Angela Britt's my friend.
I reckon she is taking up for you and everything.
I do like them fried crispy. Yeah, me too, Alice. Them thighs and them quarters. Watching from Galveston, Texas. You got snow, Alex. Ooh, I like dark meat. Sure, there's two camps. There's those of us that do and those that just do not. And it's very evident around here at Christmas time because we put out the turkey and put out the stuff, and I don't have to rush. I don't have to be at the front of the line. Mine's always left. Nobody don't want it. It's funny. Now we have one other that likes the dark in the family. One of the kids that likes the dark better. All right, folks, we are just droning on. We've had a good supper, and you've seen how we made it. It was quick and easy. And if I made it look not easy, it was easy. But it's very tasty. Very good. Mm-hmm. Y'all have a good one. Mama, you got anything you want to add tonight?
No, I think we've done enough. It was delicious. And I may make a peanut butter banana loaf for him one day.
Another day.
Another day, way far ahead.
This was good. If she don't make it, you can refer back to this video and see.
We didn't have that video. Oh, what it looks like now.
Yeah. This is peanut butter. Well, Mama, I was going to ask you earlier. I forgot. Is it peanut butter banana bread or is it banana peanut butter bread?
It's peanut butter banana bread.
Okay.
Peanut butter is more dominant.
And it really is. It's a delicious bread, though. I'm going to go right out on a limb. I've not tried it, of course, because it's the first time we made this. But if you want to put some chocolate morsels in it, it would probably be delicious. You could put, if you don't want to put peanuts, you could probably put another nut in there. A pecan or
I had
walnut.
Pecans, but you don't like the nuts.
I don't like nuts in breads or muffins. Those would be good as muffins. Mama, those would be delicious as muffins. Mm-hmm. I was a little doubtful when she melted that peanut butter and poured it over before she baked it. But boy, did it bake up deliciousness. It's like the inside of a Nutter Butter peanut butter cookie.
That was your daddy's favorite cookie.
It's delicious. It's delicious. All right, Mama. I'm going to get the rest of these dishes washed up.
Yeah.
You got all the prep stuff washed. And
I got a lot. Some of it, not a lot of it. Some of it.
Yeah, I'll finish it up. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put this up. So we'll have 3 more suppers.
Well, we'll eat on that tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe at lunch tomorrow. Folks, have a great one. Stay warm if you're in a cold place, because it is cold here.
Oh, yes.
Check on the elderly. Check on the fur babies. Bring them in if it gets too cold.
If your fur babies is like ours, they're enjoying it. They run in that grass and play and stay out there. I think, why don't you get in where it's warm? But they could care less how.
Now, let me tell you a little something. Our stay is in about 6 hours. It's not hot out there where they are.
Oh, no.
It's 60-ish, 60 in the 60s. Because if you bring them into your house and it's 73, 75, and if they're in and out, and if you're just going to bring them and leave them into this cold front leaves, I don't know how that do with that. But, as long as it's better than single, if it's 50s, 60s. So out there, it's probably 62, I think, the other night it was. That's plenty for them. You don't want to in and out drastic. That's not good. You want to transition them. So up in the morning, they go back up. It's down to, they'll be wanting to come in a minute maybe. But I have to lure them in every night with a hot dog. And treats. I have to feed them inside. They have to see the food and a hot dog before I can get them in here. And then they want to go back out and they won't stay. And then I have to
love to get out there.
They can't stand it. They hate it.
They play and go on in that cold weather. I thought, ooh, get in that house where it's warm.
They don't bother them. You would think when they left out of here, they'd go get in their warm house.
No. They'd rather be out running.
They take off as far as they can go. And it was harder to get them in last night than it was the night before. I may not get them in tonight. They may say, we ain't falling for that again. They wild. Them youngins is wild. We love them, though. We love them. Now, when I brought them in, I had to fix a cardboard box. They won't just lay up there. They had to have a box with a pillow. Thought I was going to put some straw in it. I told Mama, so I had to put straw.
No.
Mama said, don't bring that straw in. But they'll get in that box. They don't want to be out in the big room. Oh, I don't know. I need a dog psychologist, Mom. Y'all have a blessed night. Stay warm. Yeah. Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Who knows? We might cook again.
Good night, Mama. And God bless you all. Have a wonderful night and a safe one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.